Welcome back to Pro League, guys. It's the last match of the night, the ace match between Prime and StarTale-yoe Esports Club.
Yeah, ace match.
Yep.
Leenock. Who are you going for, Valdez?
Going for Leenock, man.
Yeah, man, me too. I think he's going to take this one. It's going to be on Deadwing, though. It's going to be a big-ass map.
Yep. Things will decide as well based on, things will be decided, rather, based on where they do spawn. It can be cross spawns, which will make it even bigger, but it could be vertical spawns. Wow. Things go crazy. There's no more swarm hosts that are viable anymore. Let's see the results here, the predictions. 4 of us going for Leenock. I was actually wrong that time. I told you that Kanata went for someone else, and it was actually Yudehan. I thought Kanata was in the middle.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. All that matters is Team Salmon stuck together once again, Valdez.
Once again, let's hope we're right this time. MyuNgSiK versus Leenock in the ace match. Down here in the bottom left, in the purple, it is MyuNgSiK.
And up here in the top right, it is Leenock.
Cross Spawnerino.
Cross Spawnerino, no cappuccino. This is going to be a long one.
Yep. Unless MyuNgSiK wants to put an end to it fast. I think he's going to be the one who may do something crazy, but when it's this far away, I think this is actually the longest rush distance, right? Of any map. Cross spawns, Deadwing.
I'd have to say so. I'd have to say so in the current map pool. Cannot think for the life of me a map that may be longer.
I think Vani is like only slightly smaller, right?
Yeah, Vani's a bit smaller.
But also Vani's got like a backdoor base. Whereas on Deadwing, you know, maybe natural to natural isn't as far.
Sure.
I don't know. Deadwing.
Deadwing.
Ace map is Deadwing.
Deadwing.
That guy was like writing a poem. He was like,
trying a little too hard.
Through failure comes death. I was like, whoa.
Through failure comes. That's heavy, man. It's like a
I don't know if it was exactly like that, but I saw the end. It was like, through victory comes hope.
From victory comes life.
Maybe it's like the hope that with our 1 and 6, we can possibly do better in round 3.
Right. Well, I guess it'll give you that little bit of a moral bump. But besides that, and look at what we see here. MyuNgSiK, you dirty, dirty boy, going for a cannon rush. And I don't think Leenock's going to see it in time.
Oh! He saw it, but let's see if he actually saw it.
He saw it, but he saw it. Well, here we go. There's the pylon. And so begins the ace match.
Oh, Leenock saw it.
Leenock saw it. He's like, ugh. You're one of those guys.
I like the sounds you make, Moonglade.
Thank you, Valdez. And here we go. Probes running around. Drone's going to try and block this one out. He's got to make sure that the cannons don't get down in any sort of awkward positioning, that there isn't any surface area. But it looks like we're actually going to see MyuNgSiK go for that Nexus down below.
It's all good. Probe not going to get much done. And Leenock at this point knows not much is going to get done. He's even beginning to mine a little bit. Trying to be as efficient as possible while still being safe, making sure nothing happens.
Yeah, I like it. Not too much damage done. Just pulled full drones off for a pylon. And then from there, you know what? The other sort of thing that Leenock knows is it is a forge, obviously. Well, most likely, you know. I guess he doesn't know for sure because he didn't see a cannon go down.
Suppose it could have been just like a fake pylon.
Could have been a fake pylon, but it was a full pylon at least. So either way, he lost some money.
Yeah.
You can't go for that easy third as well. Once he gets a scout off that it is actually a forge expand. Probably will go for it anyway. It is a pretty easy sort of map to defend 3 base on. Against just about any build for the Protoss.
Yep. There goes that drone. Down that third base. So yeah, longer game here. We got to really just wait until the Protoss makes his first tech, see which direction we're going with here.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for Protoss in these kind of positions because they can very easily go up to 3 to 4 bases, and this map is fantastic for Protoss because of that one choke where they can defend all 4 bases.
Yeah.
And it makes things a little bit trickier, especially for Zerg, especially this patch, because we don't have swarm hosts that work anymore.
Yeah. What do you do here, basically?
think
There's
you
no swarm host. You have to put on Roach Hydra Viper pressure.
I think you have to apply a lot of pressure early, at least. You know, like Leenock could very well go for the same sort of style he went for against his last Protoss opponent. You know, go for mass slings, go for kind of heavy counterattacking, though. You know, even counterattacking is ridiculously hard on a map like this where you can defend so easily. Maybe he'll want to go up to the late game. Maybe he wants to go Muta Corruptor. Maybe he wants to go for like Roach Hydra into Brute Lord. Any one of these things can really change it up. But it's like the only options he does have as well.
It's a decent amount of options. It's just that one of the big ones was taken away.
Well, one of the big ones that you need to like fight death balls essentially.
Yeah,
like
some like very popular strategies from other.
So you kind of have to
races.
you have to whittle down your opponent a lot more than just simply go for like a heavy late game, because Protoss will always have the better late game.
And up here now, 2 lanes going to scout the 3rd base. And there's a cannon. And of course, that's entry, so no more scouting going to get done. He knows there's an upgrade coming out of the forge. Slight bit of information.
Yeah, a little bit of a tidbit there. He's like, yeah, +1. Okay, all right.
All right, see what you're doing, MyuNgSiK.
You almost called him Moonglade.
I almost did. MyuNgSiK.
MyuNgSiK. That's a new name. I got lots of names, man. Tasa's called me all sorts of names.
What do you call you when you guys are casting?
My Moon and Stars. That was one of the good ones.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
One of our other friends out here called me Moonrock.
Moonrock.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
What about Moonstone? Pokemon?
Yeah, I guess you could use that.
I mean, it's not particularly interesting or funny. It's just like, oh, it's from Pokemon.
Does that evolve them?
Yeah. Some of the normal type Pokemon can be evolved by Moonstones, I think.
They're forced to evolve.
Yeah, something like that.
It's an unnatural evolution.
It's been a while since I played around with the Moonstone.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I didn't like the Moonstones. They evolved too early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unnatural, like.
Yeah. You don't want to force your Pokemon to evolve too early.
No, I love my Pokemon. I always wished Ash turned his Pikachu into a Raichu there, because I hated Pikachu.
Raichu was cool, though,
He was
man.
badass,
Loved Raichu.
And clearly it would be a lot stronger than the Pikachu, so why didn't he just make it a Raichu? Just get rid of this annoying Pikachu.
Well, he loved his Pikachu, man. Just like you're saying, you know? He didn't want to force it to evolve, so.
And the only time it was good was when it got really angry and stuff. I don't know, man. I didn't trust that Pokemon at all.
Raichu's definitely cooler.
And the crap that Ash went through for this Pikachu, because it was like one of those troublemaker Pikachus.
Oh, man.
Hell no, I would not deal with that. I'd throw a Moonstone at the moment I got it. I'm like, oh, I gotta change your personality. I gotta grow you up.
Throw a Moonstone at it?
Just throw it at it.
I don't think that works. You just like hit him in the head. It doesn't do anything.
I thought that's how you meant to do it.
Well, not with the Moonstone.
No?
I think for Pikachu, it's something different. I think they just evolve naturally, in fact.
Didn't it try to evolve at one point, but Ash stopped it or some crap?
Maybe.
Oh, man, I hate that story. Why am I even talking about this?
We got a bit of a roach push coming across, but you should be totally fine.
Well, now
with all the sentries.
I think we know exactly what Leenock has planned, at least. You know, he's got that Spire coming up, and he's going into Hive from here. So it could be Broodlords. It could be a Muta switch into something later.
Well, MyuNgSiK is already prepared for this.
He is very prepared. This guy has been thinking a lot about this match.
I like it, you know? I really do.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah. I didn't like it for Leenock there.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem here. He's going up to 5 bases, so I feel like it must definitely be a Muta switch.
Double Robo from MyuNgSiK.
Wow, MyuNgSiK's getting ready for anything.
He's just going to do what you basically said before. It's like take 4 bases and build up a big death ball, get a lot of different units, tech paths open.
Yeah.
Make a giant group of units.
Yeah, essentially, right? And, well, we have Corruptors on the way at least. And a Great Aspire. Okay.
Right away.
So it looks like straight to Broodlords from here. It's going to be up to Leenock to really stop this from being scouted there. Like, this could be a big problem if he gets scouted.
Something's going on.
Uh-oh.
I think MyuNgSiK's computer just crashed.
Yeah, looks like it, man. The screen
looks like it.
Screen went black on his monitor down there.
Yeah. And he's exiting the game. That's a shame. Right as the warp prison comes in, like the worst time, literally.
Yeah, that's actually kind of horrible timing. Right before anything was about to be scouted, any sort of harassment was going to happen.
Of course, he won't get a warning for this. You know, it's just,
imagine he did.
Yeah.
That'd
Like,
be
I can't believe your computer crashed.
How dare you let your computer crash? You got a warning. Your team forfeits.
Yep. That would be funny.
You get fined $500.
He's going to crash out of this game. And
resume from replay, etc., etc.
Yeah. So did Tasteless call you Moon Pie at all?
No one called me Moon Pie yet.
Oh, that's a thing, right? It's a snack, Moon Pie.
Apparently.
Pretty sure I've heard of that. Yeah.
Is it delicious?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Leenock just looks.
He's like, well,
bored.
Yeah, well, he was like in the height of it, man. He was like, I'm going Broodlords. Like, it's going to be really cool. And MyuNgSiK was about to drop him, maybe even fly over that Great Aspire, which is going to spoil everything. And he'd probably go into Mass Void Race from there.
Yeah, it's a very easy switch for him.
Easiest thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
And then it gets a little complicated, right? Because what are you going to do against Mass Void Ray? Possibly Templar on the way as well. Like Templar Archives was being made. Like Storm, Mass Void Rays.
Looks like MyuNgSiK has taken one of the KT habits over with him to Prime. He drinks Picari Sweat all the time.
Oh, look at this guy. He had a bit of a haircut.
Yeah, he had a haircut, but also he got all 8 predictions right before the ace match.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Damn.
He said that in the chat. He was kind of bragging, but good for him.
Damn it.
It's pretty good. I know you're not happy, Moonlight.
It's horrible
I'm
news.
not happy either.
Horrible news, Valdez.
I went like half and half. I got like 4 and 8.
I think I might have got 2 wrong so far, right?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Yeah, bad day for me and you, actually.
Well, let's hope we
Especially
hold
for
on
me.
to our percentages. Let's just hope.
And it's going to be very even. You guys can see down there in the bottom left, MyuNgSiK's getting his computer switched out. In fact, his monitor, it looks like. Not really his computer.
Just changing the whole thing.
Maybe his monitor just like exploded, like shut off or something.
Well, it wouldn't make sense for his PC to do the same, right? I don't know.
Well, no official word on it yet. You're just going to have to stick tight with us to see the end of this game, guys. MyuNgSiK versus Leenock. If you're just joining. It's the ace match of Prime versus StarTale-yoe.
The big ace match to see who comes last.
Yep.
The big one. It's probably more important than
big match.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Last big match. Well, when you think about it, it's probably more important than who gets first and second as well, right? This has got to be who is more shamed and who is more victorious. So we are going to be resuming from replay when everything gets sorted out with MyuNgSiK's PC.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to win, CJ Andrus versus Jin Air? That's a pretty interesting match. They were talking about that with Sue, actually, in the interview a little bit.
That's a pretty tough one to decide on, actually. I'm not sure. That's CJ versus... well, CJ's been doing so well, you know. I think they'll beat Jin Air. I think Maru might get a game.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, it's... Well, for CJ, if you think about it, it's like... it's Hero, Byung, and someone else. There's like always that 4th spot for them. Sky High.
That's it. Fantastic.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Sky High, he's really come out of his shell recently. He's been doing very well. If they put him on the right map, let me just have a look at the right map. Let's have a look what map.
Look at the right map.
So I don't predict it wrong. All right, Sky. Well, okay, Sky High's not going to be on it.
It's actually Hush.
It's Hush. Interesting. Hush is against the Zerg as well. Rogue actually went on Deadwing, so
Oh my God.
ambitious.
That is like a really good call out of Generic Gaming's.
Is it? Because Rogue went down to MyuNgSiK recently.
But still, I don't know. Hush is only really good against Protoss.
That is true.
That's the thing. Like,
he's only proven like he's decent against Protoss.
and I think they put him out on Deadwing specifically to snipe a Protoss. And who do they put out to snipe a Protoss here? It looks like Rogue.
SOS versus Hero though. That's not looking good for Jin.
Yeah, that's not good.
Even Maru versus Biel could be dangerous for Maru.
I think Biel actually might win that game.
It's going to be a hard
Biel
one.
took a best of 5 against Innovation and made it look easy.
Yeah, that is a... Well,
now, Innovation isn't quite at the same height as he was when he was facing Life in those best of 5s, but Biel is really on top of his game right now.
You know, if we saw Sky High on Deadwing instead of Rogue, Hush, I think that would have been really good for CJ.
Like a 3-0.
Maybe even a 3-0. I think actually quite possibly a 3-0.
We're just talking about this match right now, guys, because I mean we're just in delay between these two players, and I'm really excited for that match, just to be honest.
Me too.
That's going to be the big one to watch tomorrow, guys. Make sure you're tuning into that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Still no join from MyuNgSiK.
I guess he's getting all his settings sorted out and whatnot.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually, Valdez.
Got to keep chugging along.
Keep chugging,
on
man.
our cast train.
Yeah, it's good.
Chugga.
Good to be casting. And we have Star League this Thursday as well, right?
It's the group selection.
Oh.
So Wolf and Sojang are going to be doing that.
Okay.
Getting that translated for you guys. It should be very entertaining. You know, it's not really StarCraft, but it's
still
just
actually a lot of fun to see the personalities.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's pretty cool. Personalities you'd never really see ever outside of it, sort of thing.
We have some new guys going in there. I think Dark is not there, and also Terminator's not going to be there.
Oh, really?
But we're going to have guys like Hyun. He's an older guy, like a mature guy. He can fool around on camera, very relaxed, you know.
That guy is very charismatic.
Yeah,
he's a lot
I love
of fun.
that guy. He's probably going to make that pretty fun.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Deer did not make it,
Oh,
I
really?
think. I'm pretty sure, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty funny. He had like interesting dance at least. Rogue is not going to be there. Rogue was somewhat interesting. We're getting this on screen right now.
Let's have a look at the interesting people here. I mean, we got...
Aren't they at the top? The
Oh, are they? But these are all the participants, not the ones that got through the...
yeah.
So we got to look at like Biel, Deer, Parting, of course, going to be interesting.
Oh, Deer beat SOS 3-1. Yeah, I forgot about that. That happened on Friday.
SOS still not having much luck here. Yeah, he's still trying to, I don't know, make a name for himself, man. He really like dropped off the map after like last year or the year before.
Yeah, he comes out occasionally and has good games against Zergs and Terrans occasionally, and then kind of just
damn. It's
not
actually
much else.
really surprising that Hyun 3-0'd Lacero.
Yeah,
that's huge. I got to go back.
You
got to
watch that series, man.
Damn.
Hyun just, oh man.
Well, hey man,
that ZVZ, he was so prepared.
He was rank 1 in WCS like last year for the whole year, like being part of the WCS Europe. Oh no, he was part of NA actually, I think. But he accumulated more points than anyone else, and he was rank 1 by the end, man.
Yeah.
My English is fading after this long night.
Underneath the mist, it's getting to our heads.
Yeah, the mist is getting to me, man. I actually did like a pretty impressive stutter when I was casting with Tastes as well. I was trying to say ghost, but ghost because my voice, my mouth was so tired.
Yeah, that was like probably the last day for you, right?
Yeah, it was.
4 days out of 5 casting.
Oh my god,
pretty fun.
It's fun, but casting is not easy. Talking this much, especially for a nerd.
Yeah,
that's not.
We're all nerds. All the casters are nerds.
Yeah,
we all play a lot of games.
I just play games at home all day. I don't actually do anything else.
We like to go out and have fun sometimes. Thunderstone for Pikachu to Raichu.
All right, thank you for that tweet. Thunderstone.
I knew it wasn't a Moonstone. I was very sure.
Well, I would have thrown a Moonstone at it anyway. Because
you just like throw it, hit him on the head, knock him unconscious.
Such
anyway.
an annoying little Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'll stick to my Charizard any day of the week.
Yeah. Were you like a Charmander kind of starter guy?
Yep. But I started with I think I started with Bulbasaur first.
Okay.
Then I went to Charmander the second time I played through. I played it all on blue.
Yeah,
Pokemon
me
Blue.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. I did Squirtle. I was a Squirtle guy because it was me and my brother. My brother picked like the best Pokemon, which is Charmander. I don't know why we thought it was the best.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll get second best, Squirtle, because we all thought that Bulbasaur was really bad.
Oh.
Sorry, Bulbasaur fans. He's probably actually the best starter Pokemon because he's great for the first couple of gyms,
For
I think.
Brock and Misty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason we thought he was bad. I think just because Charizard was really cool.
Well, Charizard definitely, I think he ends up being the best, or at least he's the most popular.
This is a big-ass dragon.
But he would definitely
you know?
beat down Bulbasaur in the late game for sure, man.
Mm.
But I'm no technical Pokemon player or one of those competitive players either. There is a scene for that too.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. A little too deep for me though. Like you got to breed the right Pokemon or something. Like
run or bike back and forth, wait a certain amount of days until it's ready, the egg.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got to send it to the Pokemon daycare. I'm not sure if you actually have to do that anymore.
I'm not sure. I hope not because that's too far.
It's taking it too far.
It's
too
too
much
far.
grinding.
Too much grinding for a competitive game.
Yeah. Well, I say that, and I played 5 years of World of Warcraft PvE raiding.
Oh, I
so,
Were you a hardcore raider?
Yeah, I was for a while.
I was a hardcore
for like
raider.
2 years.
When it first came out, I was definitely hardcore.
Like Molten Core and stuff.
Molten Core, man. We used to cascade the instances and steal other people's instances.
Ooh.
And we'd like pay them off, like give us your instance. So like he'd log in, give us his instance, and then we'd run it all through. So then the clan would come back and do it like maybe the next night, and it's cleared. They're like,
wow.
What happened to our instance? Yeah, man, we were badasses, man. Team Eminence.
You guys were like a bike gang,
we
basically, like rolling through.
Yeah, we were thieves. Stealing all the loot from Molten Core.
Nicely done.
I didn't enjoy the next expansion, Blackwing Lair. That's when I stopped. I was like, this is too hard. I want to just tank and spank. Then I went back to competitive RTS, and I was probably better for it.
You're happy with it?
Yeah. It definitely it's much more satisfying.
Yeah. Well, guys, I have some good news for you. Everybody who waited, thank you for waiting with us. We really appreciate it. We're jumping back into the game right now. Countdown is on, and we are now in the game.
Oh, boy. Here we go. It's going to be just before that Warp Prism just tried to jump in here. So he's going to turn around. Team MyuNgSiK's not going to have any idea that a Great Aspire is on the way for now. So he's going to be revealing these Phoenixes as well.
Yep, just 4 of them for now. Looks like he stopped making them, actually.
He's going to get some nice scouting and get rid of these overlords that are around the map.
We're the observers right now. They need to clear out that annoying burrow laying at the 4th.
Yeah.
Whoa, what is this? Gigantic warp in there at the top left.
Giga Warp in. And these Phoenixes causing a little bit of trouble here. Oh. Couple getting wiped out, but they're kind of getting pushed towards this Great Aspire, which is the scary thing. You might want to think twice about trying to follow them.
I think he just needs to go for another scout of the base. It's been a while.
Well, there we go. He's going to scout the Great Aspire. He's probably like, oh, that was meant to be a surprise.
And it just comes out.
Well.
Double Warp Prism plus Storm.
Wow. Well, this is one way to deal with it.
What is this? What is that? Is he just going to go, like, run in with a bunch of Zealots? You can't pick those up in one Warp Prism, MyuNgSiK.
I don't know, man. That is a heavy counterattack if I've ever seen one. I guess he's waiting for the Zerg to move across the map with his pretty, I guess, hardcore Broodlord army, and he'll just straight up counterattack with multiple Warp Prisms and a ton of Zealots. And it's not a bad move at all. It's definitely one way to deal with it.
The Protoss version of a Ling run by, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But we still got to wait for Leenock to make those Corruptors into Broodlords.
Leenock is going ultra late game. He's making like 12 spine crawlers right now. Currently, he's making more drones to refill that because he was up at like 95. Then he made like 12 spine crawlers, and then he made 12 more drones. So he's now up at 96.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that he hasn't actually gone for Broodlords yet either, despite it being scouted? Like, and considering what MyuNgSiK has right now, he has got no real anti-air besides the Blink Stalkers.
Nice little harass here. focusing down that hatch, actually. No response yet from Leenock.
He's bringing everything back now. All right, we'll clean it up. Almost dead hatchery though. 450 HP left. Ooh. And more Stargates being added. Oh, we've been throwing away sentries.
You think that's on purpose?
Yeah, completely on purpose at this point.
Like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, still like, there's about, oh man, how many is that? 16, 21 Zealots on the left side. They're going to be running towards Leenock's base now. That is 40 supply of Zealots.
There's still so many spine crawlers, though, and he scouts it. So he's just going to have roaches in position.
Yeah, he's going to turn around and
going to come back. And,
I just...
to be honest, I don't know.
I guess it's still happening, man.
Well, here we go. A lot of heavily upgraded Zealots here. 2-1. He's going to back off, though, and wait for his Stalkers to push here on the creep.
Yeah, well, I guess that's something, right? The Stalkers get some space to deal with the creep.
Now the Zealots just kind of on the run. Finally, some of them do get cleaned up. And this army is getting onto creep. What's he got? He's got some Infestors and some Ultras on the way.
Yeah, here we go. It's just a massive amount of Stalkers. And Leenock's actually, it's like he's trying to like, okay, he's defending that 6th base, but he's completely out of position for this attack now. Oh my god, this is horrible.
Is he going to think these Colossi are real?
No, I think these things are fake. I think he has to, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point.
Ultras come out, but they're completely out of position as well.
I guess the Colossi can get in front and tank some of the damage from some melee units.
Oh, this is not a good place for Leenock.
Now the Time Warp goes down. He's got all of those Corruptors and some Vipers in the mix. They can put down some Binding Clouds. Instead, they decide to pull a Stalker. Pulling the Colossi.
Yeah, they're all fake.
I think he's falling for it.
Oh my god.
And a blink forward, he's gonna fumble it, and some Lings are popping out, but this is just so many Stalkers, and the +3 is done.
And now he's on top of the production, so there's really no way for Leenock to remax safely and deal with this kind of ball from MyuNgSiK.
12 Ultras with some Lings on the way.
Is that even going to be enough at this point, though, when they come out of every sort of hatchery and die in like one shot?
There's some free Ultras if I've ever seen them, man.
Yeah, this is a horrible situation.
Even Warpins in the back.
That is like maxed out Mass Stalker with Blink. There's some Ultras, but they're just bugging out on the Stalkers.
This is a lot of Ultras, man.
Yeah, maybe that'll be enough.
Really nice position from the Blink Stalkers, and he can just micro these forever. Some Zealots coming from the top as well, even more Stalkers being warped in, and all of these Ultras are finally, it looks like, eventually going to go down.
The crazy thing is that Leenock still has a huge bank.
And he's got 7 more Ultras on the way. He's making 4 more. Now he's got 11 more Ultras on the way. Could he possibly hold this off? He's lost so many bases.
Oh, man. I don't know. Like, he's ahead in supply technically once these things hatch, but they're just hatching from everywhere, which is the problem, so he can never get a good fight off.
Oh, this is pretty insane. MyuNgSiK is, like, winning with Mass Stalker 21 minutes into the game in a PvZ.
Yep, here we go.
Drones being pulled, more Warpins, but really nice Blink micro from MyuNgSiK. I think that's going to be it.
Yeah,
Leenock's going to go down.
And another prediction down for us, Valdez. We screwed up again.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. That was on me.
Nah, it's all good.
But, yeah, that was actually a really, really bad way to go down from Leenock. He just didn't have good decision-making when it came to what unit choice he wanted in the late game. And then he got caught out of position completely.
Yeah. Kind of shows you, though, like, even the strange play from MyuNgSiK, he's able to take a win. He's able to take a game. This guy, like, somehow has figured out this matchup to an extent. He's taken out so many big names. Now adding Leenock to the list. GG is called, not even in the right way. And MyuNgSiK, he takes another win, and he wins it for Prime.
Oh,
StarTale is in last.
Yep. Prime, have some redemption. And he wins with Mass Blink Stalkers.
There you have it, guys. MyuNgSiK, we're beginning to understand more and more how he's beginning to win these PvZs. Really, really interesting play, man. I don't even know what to say. He got up 4 bases. You would expect a giant Protoss death ball, but it was almost like Leenock predicted that, and he was preparing for it, but then Leenock just attacked it with something that he was not prepared for.
Yeah.
Just Mass Blink Stalker. It's going to be great against Mass Corruptor Viper, you know?
It was just such a weird way to lose. I don't know. I'm kind of just like, I'm flabbergasted, Valdez.
That's a good way to put it, man. I'm
Flabbergasted, man. I cannot believe it. That is just such a weird way to go down. Like, he had the bank, he had the money, he had the tech for the army as well. Like, it's just a matter of getting it and being in position for it. I wash my hands with it, Valdez.
Yep. I just want to forget this day, man. Let's push this aside in terms of predictions. Interesting things, though, across the board. Prime takes it. Here's Zone taking out Son, and MyuNgSiK takes a game against Pet. Pretty interesting one there. Pet getting pretty tunnel vision there. He could have actually taken that one against MyuNgSiK. And then Curious taking out Yoda. Do not watch that game. Leenock versus Creator.
You can watch that game.
Yeah, you can watch that one. And then MyuNgSiK versus Leenock. That was just an interesting one.
Don't watch that game.
Yeah, well.
Well,
it was all right. It was,
well, here we go. Prime gets to 7th place. -15 there. So they're still behind that way to StarTale-yoe.
That's pretty unbelievable.
I guess they get some redemption tonight. They get some pride back. Some morale is built.
Yeah. Well, what I'm seeing here is a very clear-cut distinction from the top 6 teams compared to the bottom 2. And